Can you make a video about 1 Thessalonians 5:12 through 13 and let me know when you do? And how can I get a cool puppet like that and make some combo videos reading the Bible? A cool puppet like what? Well, anyway, let's go ahead and address the scripture. So 1 Thessalonians 5:12 through 13 says, "We ask you, brothers, to respect those who labor among you and are over you in the Lord and admonish you, and to esteem them very highly in love because of their work. Be at peace among yourselves." So the idea here is there are people that are over you in the church. We call them pastors or deacons or elders. And the whole idea here is that God has established people to admonish you, which means to give you instruction, to encourage you to do right, and also, on occasion, to challenge you where you're wrong. So he wants us to respect them because of the role that God has given them and to honor them highly with love. That doesn't mean treat them like kings and queens. That just means respect the fact that God chose them to be in that role over you. And it doesn't mean that you have to do everything they say. Again, it's like honoring your parents. If your parents tell you to do something stupid, you don't have to obey it. And the same thing with anybody in ministry. If they tell you to do something sinful, of course you're not going to obey it. You probably need a whole different church. But it's very important that pastors be ministered to, because they're doing all the ministering and very few people actually check in on them. One thing I did with a senior pastor that I was under was I would go to him with a notebook in hand. And I would ask him after service, "How can I pray for you?" And he would give me his prayer request. I would write it down, and then the next Sunday I would ask him the update on that prayer request. And when there was an answer, I would write that down and share it with him later to help encourage him about what God is doing in his own life.